Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kembali lagi di Blackton TV. Kali ini kita akan melanjutkan Undisputed Unbeatable ke 40 42 kalau nggak salah ya. Kita cari musuh langsung. Empat puluh tiga nih. Kita udah platinum 4 ya. Platinum 4 susah sekali ini platinum 4 ini. Apakah ada musuh siang hari ini? Yang baru bergabung bisa langsung komen-komen dan like and share ya. Kembali lagi di kehidupan per PS-an ya. Liburan telah tiba, liburan telah usai ya nih. Libur telah usai.
Jasa asli saya sampaikan bahwa tidak ada kewajiban dari saya untuk menunjukkan itu kepada mereka dan juga tidak ada kewenangan mereka mengatur saya untuk menunjukkan jasa asli yang saya miliki.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is
Waduh,
Johnny
ini
Nelson.
musuhnya
The
buaya
pleasure's
nih,
always
teman-teman.
mine, my friend.
It's
Winstonski ini bahaya nih.
Vitaly Klitschko. Here comes one of the greatest fighters ever to
Bahaya,
come
bahaya
out
nih.
of Ukraine. Talk
Vitaly,
about an
Vitaly,
intimidating Eastern assassin.
Harus jarak jauh mainnya.
These two have. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. The jab doesn't quite connect. The face is telling the story from that jab. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
That left uppercut doesn't score. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They exchange punches. The courage on display here is incredible. That left hook doesn't find its target. You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. At this point, you got to... There's the bell for round two. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when these people are right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Back and forth they go. Unlucky to miss with that jab. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
A lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
The flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Klitschko in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have... On to the third. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Ooh, Larry Holmes just got dazed. Larry Holmes is going down, and he's got to get out. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
So then look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
They have no respect for each other's punching power. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. There's the bell for round 4. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
We know who has the power advantage, and we also know who has the speed advantage. We know who has the power advantage, and we also know who has the speed advantage. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That jab doesn't score. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Missing with the hook. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Neither fighter willing to slow down. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Throws the jab, but does not score. so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. Whoop. Let's start the 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
You'd like to see more jabs. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Well, the instant assassin in some trouble here. Looks like trouble was averted.
Recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Oh, and Klitschko just got rocked. Just one punch away from... Hold that thought! Whoa, Larry Holmes now in some real trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Punch, counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. talk about Klitschko in that last round. He is... Round 8, and we're off again. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until you're centered of comeback.
Get hook. Get hook. Get hook. Get hook. Strike.
Incredible work rate.
Get hook. Strike.
The straight right just misses.
Get hook. Strike. Hook. Strike. Strike.
The straight right just misses.
Get strike.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes we...
I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
I need to see that again. 1, 2, 3,
Untung dah mengangkat.
Are you okay?
Yang terlalu dekat ya sama Vitalis yang Vitalis.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Oh, tiga.
And it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your ball.
As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision.
Jadi mau 74 tipis sekali. Tipis sekali. Larry home, Larry home, Larry home. Pasar rakyat. Jokowi Jaksa Agung. Wah, lama sekali ya nih ya.
it's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Up first, Larry Holmes, weighed in at 226 pounds. He stands 6'3". Here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes, perhaps one of the most underrated and underappreciated heavyweight champions of all time. He's got plenty of power and one of the best jabs in the heavyweight division. And here comes...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
So they stare into each other's eyes. The time has finally arrived. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some... They are going to surrender. No mas. And that is that.
Gratisan. Baru dapat langsung keluar ya, takut ya.
You could not have chosen a better venue for this one. It's the Grand Theater. My name is Todd Grisham. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only, the Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. Easton assassin, Larry Holmes, the man that beat Muhammad Ali, but never has really gotten his just due. Criminally underrated. Let's see.
This bout is scheduled for 8.
Welcome inside this unique environment.
Come on.
And there's the bell to start round 1. Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. Nice counter shot. Catch and shoot. He just misses with that jab. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
So the ball right there. Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes don't look good. Body language is bad. He could go down. Swing and a miss with that left hook. We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
For the final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Talk about fury in that lap. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
And he just missed with that left jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Back and forth they go. That big hook doesn't land. Those counter punches have to hurt. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
God, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Good counter punching. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. The bell rings and we start the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Just missed with that hook. How about that time counter shot? Couldn't land that jab. Good counter punching. Left hook just missed. We know who has the power advantage, and we also know who has the speed advantage. We know who has the power advantage, and we also know who has the speed advantage. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nope, that hook won't score. Those counter punches have to hurt. The right hook just missed. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Whoa, Larry Holmes on the back foot. Let's talk about fury in that last round. That was almost a... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Well done with that counter shot. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Oh, Larry Holmes now in some real trouble. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Both men step back for just a moment. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. That jab won't score. Nice counter. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Catch and shoot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Trump just can't find the target. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Here we go in the 6th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Ooh, Larry Holmes just got dazed. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Here we go. It's round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. And that hook misses. Halfway through. Hold that thought! Larry Holmes now stumbling backwards. Try to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Just missed with that hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. I gotta take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Sekali.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you continue?
Harus sabar ya.
Let's talk about fury in that last round. There's the bell to start round 8. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Well, the instant assassin in some trouble here. And now they're right back into the fray.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe this? Down goes Fury. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
A shot from the gods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Well, look at this corner. Look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down.
Yes.
And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are right.
What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart, that is. A total change.
karena ini akan jadi semacam pembuktian final, karena akan ada saksi untuk menguji secara forensik ijazah itu, akan ada keterangan ahli yang memungkinkan Pak Jokowi ditampilkan supaya betul-betul ada hal yang lebih dari sekedar pembuktian material. Jadi Pak Jokowi juga bisa datang ke persidangan dan memberi keterangan supaya bukan sekedar barang buktinya yaitu ijazah ansih sebagai benda, tapi juga martabat Presiden Jokowi. Dan itu sebetulnya yang dikehendaki oleh bangsa ini supaya selesai problem yang sudah berabad-abad. Sebenarnya kita sebut berabad-abad karena seolah-olah masalah yang akan diingat terus dalam sejarah ini kalau tidak diselesaikan. Jadi mulailah dengan satu prinsip bahwa praduga tak bersalah itu hanya ada di pengadilan. Kalau rakyat menduga bersalah itu wajar aja, karena rakyat menunggu Presiden Jokowi pada waktu dia masih presiden untuk menampilkan ijazahnya. Itu hal yang terbiasa, sangat standar. Mengapa? Karena presiden adalah pemimpin publik. Lain kalau dia sekedar biasa, orang nggak akan peduli bohong kayak mau itu urusan moral. Tetapi karena beliau adalah pemimpin, maka orang menganggap bahwa dia dipilih untuk jadi pejabat publik, maka tidak boleh ada rahasia ke publik. Itu resiprokasinya gitu, namanya itu pertamanya begitu, diangkat untuk jabatan publik, maka konsekuensinya tidak boleh bikin rahasia di depan publik. Kan itu hal yang isi dari res publik, urusan publik itu segitu. Dasar keren kalau beliau adalah raja, maka buku privatnya harus dilindungi. Tapi itu privat Presiden Jokowi tidak terkait dengan ijazahnya. Mengapa? Karena ijazah itu dipergunakan untuk kepentingan administrasi pendaftaran pejabat publik. Dari beliau dicalonkan jadi wali kota, lalu jadi gubernur, lalu jadi presiden, semua itu ada prosedur administrasi publik. Kalau Pak Jokowi tidak punya jabatan publik, ya ngapain Pak Jokowi ada di pemerintahan itu? Tahu nggak ada konsekuensinya? Ini ada konsekuensinya. Tapi dengan alasan bahwa itu sudah pernah dibuktikan di KPU, bahkan sampai KPU, maka juga sudah cukup, justru karena ada kecurigaan yang balikan aja kan prosedur belum ini. Jokowi sekarang sebagai orang biasa mengatakan ini loh, silakan bawa semua mikroskop dan seluruh peralatan kimia untuk menguji apakah secara forensik ijazah saya palsu atau tidak. Dengan cara itu orang memuliakan kembali Presiden Jokowi. Oke, dia tidak bohong dalam soal ijazah. Dan soal kebijakan naik lagi. Ini soal yang paling primer yang akan dibicarakan tahun-tahun depan dan UGM itu ketika bertemu dengan tiga orang alumni, Dr. Ismo, Dr. Victoria, dan Dr. Tifa, menyatakan ijazah yang dipersoalkan itu di tangan Jokowi, sementara Jokowi tetap keras tidak mau menghadap kepada tim pembela ulama dan aktivis, kecuali katanya perintah pengadilan. Anehnya kan dia malah menunjukkannya kepada wartawan, dan keanehan lainnya juga, walaupun dia menunjukkan, tapi dia melarang untuk foto, untuk diambil gambar. Sudah ada lagi itu UGM pada akhirnya menerangkan bahwa ijazah asli tidak dipegang, berarti case closed soal UGM. UGM mengatakan ya itu silahkan cari ke Pak Jokowi, walaupun sebetulnya ada semacam catatan administrasi yang menunjukkan bahwa yang bersangkutan lulus. Tetapi pembuktian itu kan orang melihat ijazahnya. Kenapa ijazahnya itu? Ya tadi, karena itu barang otentik yang pernah diperlihatkan di KPU Solo, di KPU Jakarta, lalu di KPU Nasional, kan itu intinya kan. Terus sebentar ya ada catatannya di UGM, ya itu pasti semua ada catatannya. Tetapi karena ini menyangkut surat resmi dalam bentuk material, bendanya itu ansih yang dipertunjukkan di semua urutan KPU dari Solo, Jakarta sampai nasional, maka orang mulai menagih barang ini. Jadi barangnya bukan pembuktian administrasinya. Itu yang membedakan antara keinginan untuk menghasilkan kejujuran dan keinginan untuk memeriksa keaslian. Itu kira-kira soal kejujuran orang percaya, kan soal keaslian orang ingin tagih. Sekali lagi, karena benda itu pernah kelihatan di tiga tahapan KPU. Ini soal bendanya itu kan, mencari benda itu ya tentu saja harus dilihat fisiknya kan. Jadi UGM sudah selesai. Jadi sekarang tinggal Pak Jokowi
Lompat.
yang ahli di situ kan. Jadi dengan cara itu kan selesai masalah itu. Tapi Pak Jokowi itu keras, dia ngomong melarang foto, tetapi akan melaporkan pada tertukar juga. Jadi benda itu nanti akan dibawa ke publik. Saya kira memang tidak ada masalah kalau itu dilanjutkan. Artinya sekarang ini bola ada di tangan Pak Jokowi karena dia yang akan membawa ini ke jalur hukum. Tapi bisa juga para aktivis yang selama ini mempersoalkan kembali menggugat ke pengadilan nanti.
Welcome into the Here comes a lot of trash talk. You're expecting an all-action slugfest. Now I'm going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. That big shot just rattled his cage. Ben has no idea where it down goes Ben. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
That's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
He's up, but for how long? Look at him. On the heels. Look at it's not for that.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! And Ben just got rocked. He just got rocked big time. He's seeing stars, but can he stay on his feet? Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Not the best start, Bob. You know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The big shot rattles his cage. Connor Ben right now. Will he go to down goes Ben? And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt. That body punch right there buckled him.
A shot from the gods took him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Ben. And there's the bell to start round 2. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your...
Oh, Johnny, take a look at this action. Oh, what a shot. Ben in some serious... Connor Ben goes down. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen.
Saya pikir Muraki sangat menarik ya kalau Pak Jokowi membawa kasus ini ke pengadilan ya. Kalau kemudian dasarnya Jokowi merasa dicemarkan nama baiknya fitnah. Ini bagaimanapun juga sekarang ini kan para hakim juga tengah dalam sorotan, banyak sekali hakim yang ditangkap karena menerima suap gitu dan kasus ini.
I'm Todd Grish. It's the
This bout is scheduled.
so much hype. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Aimed straight right to the head. Nice hook. The audience absolutely right on top of you in this very special environment here.
God, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. You're at a party coming in, and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere. You know the pressure is going to be on.
Nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Nice counter shot by her. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Can't land that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about breaking. What do we expect to see here in round two? The last round was massive for her, Johnny. How does she keep the momentum going?
God, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Missing with the hook. Beautiful counter shot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope, because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
Beautiful counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about breakers in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go up.
And there's the bell to start round three. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. They blocked the left there. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Swing and a miss with that hook. shot by her. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about breakus in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think...
Back at it in round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just missed with that hook. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Jab knocked down goes Natasha Jonas. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.
Itu juga ada ratusan orang yang datang gitu loh, meskipun tidak seramai siangnya, tapi topik itu terus dibahas gitu. Dan ini menunjukkan kalau yang datang di malam harinya itu jelas lulusan UGM, ya kan, karena mereka adalah anggota dari keagamaan, ya, dan sawalannya adalah sawalan keagamaan daerah semua Yogyakarta. Ada juga Pak mantan Wali Kota Jogja, Pak Heri Sudiarto, dan juga
tinggal kita colokkan saja yang ini ke dalam stop kontak yang ada di rumah kita ya, tetapi syaratnya stop kontaknya jalannya tidak boleh lebih dari 10 meter dari meteran listrik kita, dari kabel listrik kita. Jadi kabel yang ada di dalam tembok itu antara stop kontak ke meterannya tidak boleh lebih dari 10 meter ya. 5 meter bagus, 4 meter bagus, tapi jangan lebih dari 10 meter karena tidak akan efektif. Kemudian syarat yang kedua, ketika ini kita colokkan kabel yang ini tidak boleh dalam keadaan tergulung, harus dalam keadaan terurai. Hanya 2 syarat itu saja, dan kemudian kita sudah akan bisa menikmati tagihan listrik kita akan berkurang hingga 30%, teman-teman. Ini sangat membantu loh ya, hampir 30% itu luar biasa. Dan ini cara pasangnya mudah banget seperti yang saya katakan tadi, dan bisa kita pasang sendiri di rumah karena tinggal kita colokkan saja, nggak perlu manggil teknisi. Dan nanti kalau kalian check out ya, pastikan penghemat listrik yang kalian miliki sudah sesuai dengan KW listrik di rumah kalian. Kalau saya yang 2200 watt ya, jadi ya saya ambil yang 2200 watt. Teman-teman, ini betul link.
Jogja, Pak Heri Sudiarto, dan juga beberapa tokoh-tokoh yang lain. Artinya gini, betul kalau dikatakan ini memang kepedulian bangsa gitu loh, kepedulian kita semua, bahwa kenapa Universitas Gajah Mada mau nggak mau terlibat atau dilibatkan, karena yang dipermasalahkan adalah ijazah tadi, ijazah tadi yang konon dikeluarkan oleh UGM memang tidak menemukan ijazahnya gitu, karena ijazah kan diceritakan oleh ada dua wakil rektor di situ ya, Prof. Vending sama Prof. Ari Sucipto, itu dibawa oleh pemiliknya. Tapi kita melihat untuk mencapai ijazah itu, maka karya akhir yang harus dibuat oleh mahasiswa adalah apa? Yaitu skripsi. Nah, jadi kita melihat skripsinya gitu. Itu yang kemudian. Jadi sekali lagi kalau masalah kepedulian ini kami sangat menghormati, kami sangat mengapresiasi bahwa mungkin di antara ratusan orang yang datang itu tidak semuanya adalah lulusan UGM, tetapi kami juga berterima kasih karena mereka peduli dengan kampus tertua Indonesia yang dibuat atau diresmikan tanggal 19 Desember 1949.
Kalau saya tuh ada input ya dalam perdebatan, seolah-olah ijazah itu hanya soal lulusan. Sebenarnya terhadap ijazah itu ada verifikasi ke negara melalui pendidikan untuk konfirmasi bahwa orang ini betul-betul melakukan proses pendidikan. Itu satu. Terus kedua, itu juga ilmu konfirmasi sebuah individu. Setuju. Jadi ada value sebenarnya di situ. Dan kalau kemudian lembaga pendidikan sebagai si punya value itu tidak mengkonfirmasi itu langsung, dia sedang melecehkan dirinya sendiri.
Persis Bapak. Jadi saya sangat setuju dengan kata tadi, jujur. Itu yang sebenarnya kemarin kita inginkan. Karena nampak sekali ada nuansa, ya saya tidak mengatakan kebohongan ya, tapi ada nuansa kekurang jujuran atau kekurang transparansian. Jadi kampus yang saya cintai, saya 2 kali berpus strata pendidikan di sana. S1 saya di komunikasi, S2 saya di kedokteran di public health ya, dan juga S3 saya di UNJ di Jakarta. Ya, artinya saya sangat menyayangkan kenapa kampus itu harus mau melakukan hal seperti itu. Saya dulu kenapa? Simpel saja. Ketika kami diterima hanya bertiga itu, ya gitu, oleh belasan orang yang menerima. Dalam bayangan saya tadinya, kan UGM sudah jelas tahu menerima kami itu dalam kapasitas kami mau memverifikasi atau mengkonfirmasi bukti-bukti kelulusan kan. Bayangan saya tadi di depan itu sudah disediakan, di depan meja itu. Apakah itu ada absensi, apakah itu ada KHS, apakah itu ada kopi, mungkin kopi atau legitimasi ijazah ya, legalisasi, atau itu ada skripsi. Ternyata nggak ada sama sekali tadi. Bahkan masih harus ribut dengan kata keterbukaan informasi. Nah ini makanya saya menuju ke situ karena ada kata kejujuran tadi. Jadi sempat UGM itu berdalih kami adalah memiliki peringkat kedua sebagai universitas dengan rating keterbukaan informasi nomor 2 di seluruh Indonesia. Jadi itu tertinggi. Dan mereka mengumpulkan soal undang-undang keterbukaan informasi. Mereka lupa saya dulu di DPR itu di Komisi 1 10 tahun 2009 sampai 2019, bahkan sebelum masuk DPR tahun 2009, narasumber salah satu bisa dicek pada pembuatan undang-undang nomor 14 tahun 2018 itu, tahun 2008 maaf, dan undang-undang informasi transaksi elektronik nomor 11 tahun 2008 itu ada nama saya. Dan saya mewakili UGM waktu itu. Gitu loh. Jadi mereka mungkin agak lupa gitu loh, gitu. Lupa ingat atau pura-pura lupa atau pura-pura tidak tahu apa-apa. Pura-pura tidak tahu apa-apa. Gitu. Jadi baru saya jelaskan. Oke, dalam undang-undang keterbukaan informasi memang ada pasal dikecualikan. Itu mereka berdiri di pasal 17. Tapi pada ayat H dan I, meskipun di situ tertulis pengecualian, tapi yang dikecualikan adalah misalnya nilai-nilai secara pribadi, rekam medik atau riwayat pendidikan atau riwayat pengetahuan itu yang sifat private. Iya, itu boleh. Itu boleh. Tapi yang namanya skripsi atau ijazah itu di luar itu gitu. Karena itu sempat kita di penjara itu sempat ada naskah akademik gitu ya waktu itu. Sempat juga itu rame karena ada juga sekretaris rektornya waktu itu Andi siapa itu bilang saya ikut dalam tim ini mas, tapi kan yang menerapkan tetap yang menyempurnakan kan DPR gitu. Jadi sekarang ada viral orang menunjukkan ijazahnya masing-masing.
Karir saya menurun drastis sejak saya mulai mengalami irisan. Hal ini sangat mempengaruhi pekerjaan saya. Saya tidak bisa menghadiri banyak acara. Rasa nyeri membuat saya sulit berkonsentrasi dan tiada sesi dan tidak bisa menyelesaikan pekerjaan dengan baik. Seorang teman menyarankan saya untuk mencoba banyak coffee shirt coach.
Tersebut adalah produk terpercaya. Jadi dari 118 juta, lebih dari 1 miliar kopi Untuk telah menjangkau konsumen serta membantu jutaan pelanggan di seluruh dunia mengatasi masalah tulang dan sendi cara yang efektif dan berkelanjutan serta menjalani hidup yang sehat. Selain kombinasi rasio emas terbaik 3 bahan aktif yaitu nitrosin, MSM, dan alkumin M, pada versi baru ini kami juga menambah bahan-bahan penting seperti asam linoleat, omega 3, 6, 7, karbohidrat, OS, serta 30 jenis vitamin serta esensial untuk membantu menjaga kekuatan tulang, mengurangi resiko masalah tulang dan sendi, serta stadium vaskular pada lansia, mengatasi resiko penyakit retina pada lansia, serta memperbaiki sistem pencernaan dan memperkuat sistem kekebalan tubuh. Produk ini sangat cocok untuk lansia yang memiliki tekanan darah tinggi karena mengandung lemak bermanfaat, kadar natrium, dan kolesterol rendah, sehingga mengurangi resiko stadium vaskular serta memperbaiki bahan makanan untuk lansia dan mereka yang baru pulih dari penyakit.
Nama saya Riani Raharja, umur saya 68 tahun. Saya tinggal di daerah Tangerang Kota. Jadi gini, saya mempunyai keluhan sudah beberapa kali, ya itu di dengkul. Ya selalu tuh bukan hanya nyeri ya, tapi nggak bisa ditekuk. Jadi kakinya itu ya dengkul nggak bisa ditekuk, pokoknya jangan kata jongkok, duduk aja susah. Dan sudah berkali-kali itu selalu kumat-kumat gitu. Dari itu saya sering nonton YouTube kan. Nah, ada tuh dokter perawat bilangin susu, tisu gitu kan. Nah, terus saya hubungin ya itu kontak dengan pas gitu Helena yang masih Indonesia masih nonton kali ya. Itu saya pesen tuh waktu itu 4+2 ya, jadi 6 box. Nah, saya coba minum, tapi ya jadi Tuhan alhamdulillah sampai detik ini ya sehat, ingat, terbukti gitu. Dan saya juga biasanya sih setahun kalau nggak suntik gitu kan, ini saya udah berjalan setahun setengah, kok kaki enak-enak aja gitu, nah, jalan juga enak, duduk enak gitu. Dan memang kalau bagi saya ya, kalau saya minum susu itu, apalagi kalau kita udah capek malam ya, itu tidur lebih enak ya. Kalau saya memang menurut saya sih biasa enak ya, termasuk enak karena apa, saya nggak suka manis gitu. Kalau yang suka manis mungkin ya tinggal tambahin aja madu ya. Kalau saya sih rasanya minum udah enak-enak aja gitu, buat saya sih nggak jadi problemnya, cukup rasanya juga enak gitu.
Oke, nama saya Sujatna Lokananta, usia mendekati 63 tahun, domisili Cengkareng, Jakarta Barat. Kebetulan ibu saya itu pemilik apotek, jadi dia sarankan ini bagus bikin susu ini untuk usia ibu saya. Di keluhan saya itu waktu itu lutut saya sering nyeri, kaku kalau pagi, kemudian otot-otot juga sering kontraksi ya, kencang gitu ya. Terus saya coba gitu, awal saya coba langsung saya beli kalau nggak salah 10 dus ya, 10 dus ya langsung. Nah saya serius gitu, jadi saya konsumsi ya tiap hari, kadang sehari itu 2 bungkus, kadang 3 bungkus gitu ya. Nggak ada, maksudnya bukan berarti sehari harus 2 kali gitu ya. Jadi sehari itu bisa 3 bungkus, kadang-kadang 4 bungkus gitu. Yang saya konsumsi aja. Nah ini sekarang saya udah habis 10 dus ya, 10 dus. Nah ini memasuki dus kedua. Lumayan bertahap, rasa nyeri saya berkurang, tidak seperti dulu. Saat ini produk kopi Untuk banyak dipakai oleh banyak orang untuk memanfaatkan pelanggan yang telah mempercayai produk ini, menyebabkan banyak pelanggan membeli barang palsu berkualitas buruk, sehingga sangat mempengaruhi kepercayaan pelanggan dan reputasi kami. Oleh karena itu, pada versi baru ini kami memiliki beberapa pembaharuan pada pelanggan sebagai berikut: gambar ilustrasi terbaru, tambahan nomor pesan WhatsApp official, situs web resmi Opensea, barcode sebagai tanda rahasiaan, petunjuk penggunaan dan konsumsi. Sekali lagi, terima kasih kepada jutaan pelanggan di seluruh dunia dan khususnya di Indonesia yang telah mempercayai dan menggunakan produk kopi Untuk. Kami akan selalu berusaha meningkatkan kualitas dan menghadirkan pengalaman terbaik bagi pelanggan kami.
Nah itu yang menarik. Jadi sekarang ada diploma challenge gitu. Itu bagus sekali tuh. Mulai dari Profesor Toto Laksono, kemudian ada guru besar di UNES, Anies Baswedan, sampai dengan Ustadz Abdul Somad Arab itu pun menunjukkan ijazah S2, S3 yang ada di Maroko juga semua ditunjukkan ya. Bahkan ada yang memviralkan juga ya, ijazahnya Bung Hatta, Muhammad Hatta, wapres kita yang kita hormati ya, proklamator kita, yang tidak hanya ditunjukkan secara saja sederhana gitu, tapi sampai dengan sekarang itu terpampang di Universitas di Rotterdam gitu. Nah, jadi karena Bung Hatta pernah menempuh pendidikan di sana. Ini kan hebat banget gitu.
Jadi masalahnya menyimpulkan apa pertemuan terutama di UGM?
Ya, pertemuan di UGM itu saya simpulkan bahwa UGM itu ada yang tidak clear ya. Meskipun mereka membuat konferensi pers habis itu, konferensi pers pihak kalau menurut saya. Jadi menyatakan bahwa UGM memastikan kalau ini asli, semua bukti-bukti yang lengkap. Tapi sekali lagi saya pastikan, bukti-bukti lengkap itu hanya bersifat naratif, tidak bersifat visual yang ada. Bahkan skripsi yang akhirnya dihadirkan itu pun setelah melalui debat cukup panjang ya, akhirnya last minute itu pun setelah kita periksa, saya dan Dr. Respon periksa, itu pun banyak sekali mengandung keanehan. Misalnya tanda tangan yang tidak sama, nama yang tidak sesuai dengan ejaan, nama yang disebut kas penguji itu tidak ada, lembar pengesahan dosen penguji juga tidak ada ya. Bahkan yang menarik, ada perbandingan skripsi lain yang ternyata itu tesis gitu. Jadi ini aduh, saya tuh benar-benar menyayangkan. Jadi kenapa UGM yang ya kita sangat banggakan itu harus seperti itu gitu. Jadi kesimpulannya jelas, meskipun UGM juga menyatakan, tadi saya sempat bilang ya, bahwa mereka membuat konferensi pers, tapi ini juga ada petunjuk juga dari Tuhan Yang Maha Kuasa Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Bisa-bisanya wakil rektor itu, Provening itu salah nyebut. Jadi Jokowi itu lulusan mahasiswa fakultas kedokteran. Terus meskipun dia langsung menang, salah. Tapi kan ini kan ya, kita nggak percaya dunia yang aneh-aneh, tapi
Ada tanda-tanda alam.
makanya kenapa bisa salah sebut? Kan jauh banget kehutanan dengan kedokteran. Kampusnya aja terpisahkan jalan kami pulang gitu loh. Kok bisa gitu? Dan itu fakta ya. Itu bukan plesetan, bukan kayak AI ya. Karena itu viral juga sekarang. Kesalahan Provening wakil rektor 1 yang menyebutkan Jokowi itu mahasiswa kedokteran gitu. Sampai ada akhirnya dibuat lucu-lucuan namanya Dr. Mulyono. Jadi kan aneh gitu.
Saya tidak mau
Ya.
apa namanya memalsu atau
Ya.
melihat itu, tapi apa kepentingan kalau betul bahwa ada kepentingan itu satu orang sebuah
Institusi.
besar yang
Iya. Saya jadi keanu banget ya. Saya jadi jadi khawatir gitu kan. Banyak kampus yang sebenarnya kemarin juga tidak hanya UGM ya. Misalnya kan dipertanyakan gitu. Kayak UI yang mau meluluskan meskipun lagi rame ya, dokter dalam 1,5 tahun itu ya. Kemudian ITB yang bekerja sama dengan KPU ketika buat Sirekap yang pernah kita bicarakan di sistem rekapitulasi, akhirnya kan kalah sebenarnya ITB ketika digugat di KIP, Komisi Informasi Pusat. Dia membuka data-data, dan itu pun nanti akan kami lakukan dengan KIP, Komisi Informasi Pusat, untuk membuka data-data itu karena mereka kan menantang di pengadilan. Sampai saya diviralkan juga, ada kelompok sana Basar itu profesornya takut di pengadilan. Saya tuh nggak takut, menyesalkan ya, malah terpancing ya itu ke situ. Ini lah, sampai ada animasi ini juga viral nih. Sampai ada animasi yang bagus sekali ya, dibuat oleh sebuah akun TikTok ya gitu, kampung itu. Judulnya adalah Olympus kemudian M-nya itu Medusa ya. Medusa tuh. Itulah ya, Medusa tuh ratu berkepala ular itu namanya. Jadi itu animasinya lucu banget. Itu menjawab pertanyaannya Mas Bambang tadi. Ada karena di situ tokoh-tokohnya itu menarik gitu loh. Ada tokoh namanya Junius Wedus ya.